Well, the trial of 18-year-old Karmelo Anthony continues today in Collin County after last year's fatal stabbing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during a Frisco ISD track meet. WFAA's Rebecca Lopez has the latest.
After days of large crowds and loud demonstrations, things were noticeably calmer outside the Collin County Courthouse Saturday. But inside, the biggest surprise of the trial so far may have come from prosecutors themselves. After days of testimony from student athletes, coaches, first responders, and the medical examiner, the state rested its case. One notable absence, Hunter Metcalf, Austin Metcalf's twin brother. He has not been allowed inside the courtroom during testimony because he remains a potential witness. Prosecutors could still call him later in rebuttal. One of the final prosecution witnesses, a mutual friend of both Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony. He testified that after Anthony was asked to leave the memorial team tent, the confrontation escalated. He told jurors Anthony said, "Touch me and find out." He later testified, "I saw Austin fall back and yell, 'I've been stabbed.'" He also told the jury Anthony was not a close friend of his, but on cross-examination, defense attorneys challenged his account, showing jurors photos of him and Anthony together and questioning why he didn't step in to defuse the situation. When asked who was at fault for the stabbing, he responded, "I don't know."
When something like this happens, you're going to have witnesses of all kinds, older adults and young kids that they're still startled, and things of that sort. So that's going to sometimes play into what they see or what they hear.
With the state's case complete, the defense quickly began presenting its own witnesses. A Centennial track coach testified track meets are often relaxed. Athletes frequently move between team areas, and he was unaware of any rule prohibiting students from sitting under another team's tent. He also testified Centennial requires a coach to be present at its team tent because teenagers can sometimes get into conflicts. The testimony appeared aimed at supporting the defense's self-defense claim and raising questions about the circumstances leading up to the confrontation.
What you do is you look at it from a reasonable person standing in the shoes of that individual. So knowing everything, a reasonable person in Mr. Anthony's shoes and all that's going on around them, is that something that's justified based on the reasonable person's perception of what's going on?
The defense is expected to continue calling witnesses on Monday, and the state could still call Hunter Metcalf as a rebuttal witness later on in this trial, and we don't know yet if Karmelo Anthony will take the stand. In McKinney, I'm Rebecca Lopez.